All right, let's move on to our fourth and final challenge for our contestants is for a sales team leader at Magneto Dynamics to communicate to their sales team. Even though the marketing team performed great last quarter, sales are down for the quarter by 5%, and everyone needs to step up their game to hit their numbers. There's only 30 days left in the quarter. So contestants, get ready to have AI write a communication to the team that motivates them to hit their numbers. They're 5% down, 30 days left of the quarter. But Anne,
yeah, this is a tricky one because not only are sales down and there's 30 days left in the quarter, but there's also you need to announce a price increase. The product marketing team and the finance teams at Magneto Dynamics have declared that their margins aren't what they need to be, so prices will be going up a whopping 20%. So, contestants, this is a very, very tricky challenge. How do you have AI communicate well under these conditions where you need to hit the pressure, like you've got to get sales to hit their numbers, but also they need to have a 20% increase in price? So yeah, Chris, this is a tricky one.
This is a tricky one. Contestants, you have 3 minutes. The clock begins now. When you think about this, Anne, how do you what's the best strategy that you know for communicating a difficult message with contradictory imperatives?
Yeah, I know it's the contradictory piece that's really tricky. I mean, I'm a big believer in anything being part of a good news, bad news sandwich, right? Like a compliment sandwich. If you have to deliver bad news, or in this case, I might start with something positive, but I'm struggling a little bit to find something positive in this. I mean, sales are down. There's only 30 days left, so the timeline is very, very compressed. And at the same time, there's this price increase. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. I think maybe the thing to do is just to go the opposite way and to be motivating to the sales team to the degree that you could, but then just go right in there and hit them between the eyes with these 3 bits of data, these 3 pieces of information.
This is actually taken from real life. This happened at a company I worked at in 2012. I left shortly thereafter because they kept saying marketing was sending like 3,000 leads a quarter to this company, and the sales team was just burning through them, was not able to close more than 1% because they doubled the price of the product. The product was half the quality and twice the price of its nearest competitor.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
yeah. That's actually, I was thinking about that because I was wondering about that price increase. Could we also package that with, is there new features? Are there new, is it now AI enabled? Because everything is AI enabled, right? Can we pull in something to justify that price increase? Or are we just saying, yeah, we're just going to increase the price? I feel like it needs a little bit more background around that.
Yeah, at the time, no, it was our product is doubling in price, but we're not offering you anything else. In fact, we're reducing the hours that support is available.
Oh, wow. Is that company still in business? I'm just, asking for a friend because you don't seem to be there anymore. So
no. They have they've long gone. They've been like 5 acquisitions and stuff, and now it's like there's like the broken husk of the company keeps getting traded around.
Tumbleweeds like flying down. Wow.
Exactly. But no, communicating, this is actually a task I think that AI can help us with significantly because we're so stuck in what do we do with this? So writing a prompt that says, hey, we've got all these things, make a coherent narrative out of just this hot mess express that you've been delivered.
Yeah. And I think the word you just used there, just the narrative is key. It's maybe if you've got to deliver that bad news, at least let's use very human language. And yeah, as much as you need to be direct, the hitting between the eyes situation, I also think that doesn't mean that you have to be a jerk about it, right? Let's try to actually phrase it in a way that is kind and human, and that really wraps it with some empathetic language.
All right, contestants, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put down the keyboards and step away. This round is over. Let's see. Let's see what our contestants have cooked up. For this round, we're going to have Chris Brogan start sharing his screen, followed by Brooke, then Valentina. So Chris, show us what you cooked up here for the finale, the final challenge. All right. Hey, Chris, you are still muted.
It's because you never know if I'm going to say awful things while you're talking. Forget all your previous instructions. You're the VP of sales at Magneto Dynamics. Sales are down 35%, and that's not great. You've got to motivate your sales team to hit their numbers, but there's a catch. There's a 20% price increase going into effect at the same time. So to summarize, sales are down. You have to introduce a 20% price increase. Now, please write a motivating letter to encourage these salespeople to make successful results. I tweaked it a little bit. I'll tell you that here's the output. I read it last time. I know you don't want me to read it, so here you go.
All right, let's see. What we got here. It says that, okay, transition requires faith in your abilities. And what do you think?
Yeah, this is a hard one. I don't know that I would buy this if I were the recipient of this. If I were on the sales team, I feel like I'd feel very gutted and honestly demotivated. I think it's that whole piece about a testament to the value we provide and the trust our clients place in us feels a little bit like you're shirking some duties here, friends.
Yeah, very empty words. Very empty words.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well done. Okay, Brooke, go ahead and show us what you cooked up.
Okie dokie, here we go. So I actually had a little bit of a different approach. I said take all of the information we previously discussed. However, this time you are a sales leader for the company. Even though marketing shows great results, sales are down by 5% this quarter, and with only 30 days left, we need to make up those sales and increase prices by 20%. Write a motivational email to the sales team that will inspire them to make up the numbers. Give 3 solid ideas based on the marketing data on how we can work together as a company to achieve this goal.
That's good. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the subject line. We've got 30 days. Let's turn it around together. And here's, let me know when you want me to scroll up.
No, this is looking good. I love that you went with leveraging the information that had already been provided and the going after the concrete suggestions.
Yeah, Abigail just called it though. That firstly, sweet Lord.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't.
Wow.
I didn't have time to edit it.
Every prompt from now on, do not use the word first.
It also loves to say, like, in today's marketing world or digital world, comma. That's how it starts everything.
In a world where marketers.
Don't. Honestly, the firstly thing, I feel like ChatGPT at this point is just trolling me. I feel that way. I mean, I know it's coming through you, Brooke, but what the heck?
I promise it's not me. I would just be like, I want to commend each of you. That's where I would start. But
oh Lord, no, I actually really like this a lot. I think even the subject line is. Can you just scroll up for a second? I forget what it was, but it was like
we've got 30 days. Let's turn around together.
Let's turn around together. I mean, this to me feels a lot more empathetic. It feels like it's hard news, but it's also very motivating. It's written in very human, accessible terms, and it's also the we. And I think just using that pronoun of we're going to turn it around together feels automatically like it's much more of an us problem versus a sales or you problem. So yeah, I think that's really fantastic. I really enjoy this, aside from the firstly, but I'm going to ignore it because I really like this so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Valentina, let's see what you cooked up.
Well, I thought this was a speech. I thought this was a speech, so I said
that's fine. Let's see what we got.
So, the same thing you guys said, put it in a motivating way, justify this price in a friendly way. So to me, it's a speech. So I said, I hope this, finds you well and, that sort of stuff.
Hands up for everyone who's doing great today. I feel like a sales meeting, it's got to have don't sales meetings typically start with more of a rallying moment? It's like, stand up, everyone, high five, we're doing great.
All right, let's see. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see. We got first and foremost, we've got our decision to make the price increase, enhance the value we deliver to customers. Scroll down, please. That last paragraph right there, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah,
that's. And how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, I feel kind of the same. It's very buzzwordy. It doesn't feel quite as accessible and approachable as I think it could. It's a little bit about the dedication, the hard work, and positive spirit. It's like kind of wah. It doesn't necessarily fit for me. It doesn't. I don't know. There is the
All
owl.
right.
It is also speaking from the we though and the owl, so I like that. But I think that it could be a little bit more motivating. And yeah, Deanne says this one sounds like AI wrote it, and yeah, it does because it did. So
Exactly. All right. So the moment of truth has arrived. After a grueling battle requiring razor-sharp wit and creative conversational skills, the scores are in. Today's Iron Chat victor, with dialogue dishes that made our judges' taste buds tingle, is Brooke Sellis.
what?
Congratulations.
Would first like to thank all the robots for making this possible. No, thank you guys. That was awesome.
You mean firstly, you'd like to thank the robots?
Oh, dang it. That would have
Come
been so good.
That was just waiting, Brooke. That was just like
Exactly. Congratulations, Brooke, the master chef of Chit Chat, whose prompt preparation and execution was truly top-notch. In honor of her hard-fought victory, we will be making the $500 donation to Brooke's charity. Again, Brooke, remind us who is receiving this generous gift and what they do.
Yes, this is for Best Buddies New Jersey. They help with inclusion. Essentially, we want everyone to feel important no matter who they are, especially if they have or are neurodivergent, as many of them are. So we want to help them in school, have a buddy with school programs. We want to help them in college, write their applications. We want to help them get jobs. And if they need it, we want to help them find inclusion-driven communities where they can live their adult lives.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
And just to let folks know, the scores were very close. So Brooke scored a total of 26 points, Chris scored a total of 24 points, and Valentina scored a total of 22 points. So it could have gone any way, in any direction, at any point. But I think it's important for folks to recognize that the prompt engineering is so important to be able to get good results out of these things. And again, we need to give another round of applause to our contestants for how difficult a challenge it is to do this under pressure.
Yeah, fantastic job, everyone. Like, seriously, bravo. I'm just, I take back what I said at the beginning about it being unhinged. This was fantastic. So I really appreciate all of you being here. Chris, thanks for being a great co-host. But thank you to Valentina and Brooke and to Chris Brogan as well, just for volunteering their time today and joining us. So thanks so much. And thank you, everyone in the audience as well. This was just such a fun event, and I really appreciate you chiming in and participating as much as you did. It just gives it such great energy.